All right, guys, on to lesson 4.5 here. Mid segments is really related to what we did yesterday. Remember that side splitter theorem? So it's kind of a special case of that. So I have some triangle. And what it will say, it'll say something like D is the midpoint. Let's say MP of BA. Okay, so that would go right in the middle there. Just freehand sketching it, and then something like E is the midpoint of this side here, BC. So try to put it right in the middle. Okay, and then it will be connected. This is E connected here. Okay, so a couple things. This is called a mid segment. Okay, so DE is a mid segment. It connects two midpoints. That's mid segment. Two things about that is, first off, DE is parallel. Oops, parallel to the bottom, the other side there, AC. Okay, so these are two properties of a mid segment, is that it will be parallel to the side here. It also will be half the length. So DE is 1/2 the length of AC. Okay, DE is half the length of AC, meaning this side is actually half of the side. So they're parallel, you can see that. And also this will be half of this, assuming we're connecting midpoints like this and like this, right? All right, so you'll be given, maybe they'll say something like, well, what if DB equaled 4 centimeters? And what if BE equaled, say, 6 centimeters? And then they'll give you one of these, like maybe DE equaled 7 centimeters, let's say. Okay, let's fill that in there. 4, 6, and 7. So it'll ask you to find a bunch of different sides. So the big thing there is just looking at it, making sense of it. It's midpoint. So like this side's 6, this side here is 4, right? That's midpoint. So if I asked you how long BA was, well, that would be 8. You know, BC is 12. But then if it says, okay, how long is AC? AC, well, it's not going to be 7, right? It's actually double. Remember this idea, DE is half of AC. So this side is half of this one. That means we need to double it. So AC, if I said, you know, how long is AC? It would actually equal 14. Okay, and these are parallel is the other thing you could mark in that picture. That's mid segments. That's basically what you need to know. So here's a different problem you'll see. That's more of an algebra problem based on that same idea. Okay, so let's say we got this scenario. We got these midpoints here. It's given us a midpoint like that and like that. Okay, these are equal, meaning it's a midpoint. It'll say, and then it'll give you some expressions. Maybe this side is 2x plus 3, and this side is 3x plus 8. And it will say solve for x. Okay, so your temptation is maybe say, well, okay, say this equals this. Well, they're not equal, right? This is actually longer, this is shorter. So to set it up, the easiest way I do it is saying, hey, if I double this, it equals this, right? Just like up here, if I double this, it equals this. 2 times this equals this. So this is how you actually could set it up. Okay, put that 2 in front because it's double. All right, and then you can distribute and solve this out. Okay, so I know I did that really quick, but x is 2. I got to plug it back in to see what happens, okay? How long is this side actually? Let's put some letters on here. AB, CD. So how long is AB actually? Well, if I plug it back in, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 3 is 7. CD centimeters, we could say. Plug it in here, 6, right? 3 times 2 is 6, plus 8, 14. So it actually works out right. So that's double. If it doesn't work out double, you know you made a mistake here. Okay. One other thing here that you're going to see with these is with the angles. Okay, again, midpoint, midpoint, connecting them. Let's say it's a midpoint and a midpoint. Let's put some letters on here going around, A, B, C, D, E. Okay. The angles here, look at like this angle. Do you see how this angle and this angle will be the same? They're actually corresponding angles because these are parallel. So these two angles will be the same. These two angles will be the same. So you see a problem where it'll say, well, if ABE equals, and there'll be some expression actually, equals x plus 6 degrees. And down here, BCD, these are angles, sorry, angle equals, what do they have for that? 2x degrees. You know, how can we solve this for x? So 2x goes here and x plus 6 here. These angles are equal, so your equation for that is actually 2x equals x plus 6. Okay, no, you don't double anything because these angles are just equal. So minus x on each side, I'm just going to get x equals 6. If I plug it back in, this angle is going to be 12 degrees, right? Plug it back in here, 12 degrees, okay? So it works out that those angles are equal, okay? And these angles are equal. All right, I think that's everything you need to know about mid-segments, the two main properties that they're parallel. The mid-segment is parallel to the side, and the mid-segment is actually half. You notice the ratio thing from yesterday, 1-to-1 ratio, 1-to-1 ratio, right? That's kind of what we talked about yesterday, was the ratio of this to this, same as the ratio of this to this. So if they're 1-to-1 ratio, it actually just cuts it in half. Okay, have a good one, guys.